Okay, welcome back for game 2 here, the doubleheader, Minneapolis versus Lincoln/Sylvan Grove, April 29, 2019. Your Lions won the first game by a score of 24-1 in 4 innings. We are the visiting team since this was scheduled to be in Lincoln today. Last minute change in venue plans due to the heavy wet weather that came down.
Now batting for the Lions, number 11, Trip Meckel.
On Sunday night. Starting pitcher today for Minneapolis is Lucas Vogel. Trip Meckel up the bat for Minneapolis here. Inside ball 1. The pitcher for Lincoln is O'Hare. He played right field in the last game. Again, as I mentioned in the first broadcast, our starting pitchers are on mandatory body rest because of going over 90-some pitches in last Friday's game. Have to have a 4-day rest period. Meckel with a walk. Start off here.
Now batting for the Lions, number 10, Nolan White.
Nolan White up to bat for Minneapolis. Steal by Meckel, and he's safe. So a runner in scoring position with no outs. Ball, so the count's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, high. Up 2-1. Excuse me, I didn't see the strike in there. It's now 3-1. And that's outside for a second walk on for O'Hare. 2 men on with walks.
Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Caden Griffin.
Caden Griffin up for Minneapolis. Caden had 2 hits the first game. Spencer Davidson on deck. Griffin gets that off the third baseman's glove. It goes out into the outfield. That's going to score Meckel. And White will stay at third. So the first hit of the game goes to Caden Griffin as a single.
Now batting for the Lions, number 24, Spencer Davidson.
Gets 1 RBI. Meckel scoring the run. Runners at the corners for Minneapolis, no outs. And there goes Griffin on a steal to second. So 2 runners in scoring position, no outs. Davidson smacks that. It's going out into right field. Center fielder drops it. So Davidson is out a double on an error, basically.
Batting for the Lions, number 14, Cooper Thompson.
And that was the hit that he needed to have a cycle in the first game, complete cycle in the first game. A double, but did not work out. Cooper Thompson up for Minneapolis. Nolan White scored on that hit by Davidson. So it's 2-0 Minneapolis. Two and one the count. Ooh, that hit Thompson, the third time he's been hit today. Bases are loaded. No outs here. Minneapolis up 2-0. Third walk of the inning for the Leopards, and we're having a conference at the pitcher's mound. O'Hare stays in the game.
Number 12, Lucas Vogel.
Pitcher Lucas Vogel up to bat. Bases loaded. No outs. Inside corner, strike one. Caton Heald, designated hitter, on deck. Vogel smacks that. That is caught by the left fielder. It's going to score Griffin. So an RBI for Vogel. On that fly out. Runners at first and second for Minneapolis. Davidson is on second. Thompson on first. Strike called there. The count is 1-1. Scores 3-0. 1 out. Runners at first and second. The count's 2-1 to Heald. Outside, ball 3-1. Ball 4. Heald goes to to first. Bases loaded, 1 out.
Now batting for the Lions, number 16, Katie Thomas.
So 4 walks so far in the first inning. Kay Thomas up for Minneapolis. Scores 3-0, 1 out, bases loaded. Thomas smacks that in right field. Right fielder gets under it, makes the play. Davidson's going to come home. Cooper goes to third. So fly out for Thomas, but an RBI.
Daniel Watson.
Spencer Davidson gets a run. Makes it 4-0 Minneapolis. Runners at the corners. Daniel Watson up to bat for Minneapolis. Playing left field. This second game. And Gaten Hill is going for a steal and gets it. When your right tackle steals second, he's motoring. Watson pops that up, and the center fielder drops it. Scores Heald. And Thompson. And Watson has a triple on an error.
Now batting for the Lions, number 11.
With 2 RBIs.
Michael.
6-0 Minneapolis here. With 1 runner on third, 2 outs. Trenton Meckel up to bat. Second time through the order. On deck is Nolan White. Strike is the call. 2-1 the count. He hits that through the gap between short and third. It scores Watson. Meckel's going to stay on first with a single and an RBI. His first hit of the game.
Now batting for the Lions, number 10, Nolan White.
So 2 outs, 7-0 Minneapolis. Nolan White up. Nolan was on with a walk last time. Hits that. The pitcher misses it. And White beats the throw to first.
For the Lions, number 1, Caden Griffin.
Meckel moves on to third. So another error on the Leopards here. Runners at first and third. 2 outs, 7-0 Minneapolis. White takes a steal to second. Fourth steal of the game for Minneapolis. outside. The count is 1-1. High ball 2. 2-1 your count for Griffin. The 2-1 pitch outside makes it 3-1. On deck, Spencer Davidson. Swung on and foul tip back into the fence here. Makes it count full, 3-2 to Griffin. Right to the pitcher's off his leg. That's going to score Meckel. So a single for Griffin. White moves to third.
Spencer Davidson.
And it's 8-0 Minneapolis here. With Meckel getting his second run. Griffin with his second hit and second RBI. Runners at the corners for Davidson. 2 outs. Spencer had pickoff attempt was successful on Nolan White at third, so that ends the inning. We had several pickoff attempts throughout the day, and that's the first successful one. I don't know if he wasn't quite looking in time or what, but is out on base running to end the inning. So Minneapolis strands 2, but scores 8. On 6 hits and 4 walks. As we move to the bottom of the first. If you have insurance needs, think of the Davidson Agency with Lyle Davidson. With offices in Bennington, Delphus, and Minneapolis. Lyle can be reached at 785-523-4202. Your nationwide insurance agent and also an independent insurance agent offering a wide range of companies and products. So Lucas Vogel starting the second game here. And this will be the first game that Lucas has pitched this year. So no statistics to give you. Again, our starting pitchers are not, our 2 main starting pitchers are not playing those positions today because of pitch counts from last Friday's games. Cooper Thompson picked up his 3rd win of the year in the first game. Their next home games are Friday versus Republic County. It's their first year in baseball. I don't anticipate either one of our starting pitchers going there, or if they do, they won't pitch as many pitches as they oftentimes would in order to not have to go a 4 days rest since they'll play Southeast a week from Tuesday. There's a hit out into left field, and it's going to fall for a hit over Griffin. He recoups, gets it to second, so stand-up double for Biggs on their first time at bat this afternoon.
Leopards number 17, Dalton Cooper.
Cooper, the catcher, is up to bat for Lincoln. Swing and a miss. Another swing and a miss. A 37 pitch count for O'Hare in the first inning for Lincoln. Ball there. The count's 1-2. Foul ball down the left field line. Makes the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. So the first strikeout for Vogel.
Now batting for the Leopards, number 6, Zach Obermueller.
Obermueller up to bat. Second baseman. The runner at second for Lincoln. One down. Inside, high, ball 2. 2-0 the count. Foul tip. On that inside ball. Makes the count 2-1 to Obermueller. The 2-1 pitch. Strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Your 2-2 pitch. He connects with that, pops it up, and I believe Meckel made the grab. I got blocked in my view. So fly out for Obermueller. Up is Meyer, third baseman. Swing and a miss by Meyer. High ball 1, 1-1 the count. Strike 2. There's 2 outs here. 1-2 the count. 1 runner at second. Foul. White caught it, so it must hit the ground first. Not be registered an out. 1-2 the count. High. 2-2. Foul back into the fence. Pops that at foul, left side, caught by White for the out. So the Leopards get a hit with a double to get the man on to first batter, and then they have a strikeout and 2 flyouts to end the inning. As we move to the top of the second. No runs for Lincoln in that inning. They strand 1. If you have auto body, auto glass repair needs, see John Wright at the D&M Body Shop, located at 1206 North 120th Road. Or call him at 785-392-2666 for all your auto body paint and interior repair needs, auto glass tinting, and replacement. Up to bat is Spencer Davidson, first baseman.
Now batting for the Lions, number 24, Spencer Davidson.
Spencer had 3 hits, 3 RBIs, scored 4 runs. 2 walks the last game. One of those was a clearing the fence home run. Fouled that. Might have been off his foot. Inside, strike 2. 0-2 the count. Spencer held off on that one, makes the count 1-2. He connects, gets between second and first for a hit. So is on for a single.
Now batting for the Lions, number 14, Cooper Thompson.
Cooper Thompson up to bat for the Lions. Second hit of the game for Spencer. He's had a single and a double. Cooper Thompson up. He got on with a walk, scored a run last time through. Strike is called there. 0-1 the count. Oh, 2 counts, excuse me. The 0-2 pitch. High, ball 1. 1-2. Lucas Vogel on deck, our pitcher. In the holes, Gaten Heald, the designated hitter. Excuse me, on deck. Ball counts even at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. High and inside. Ball 3. Full count now, 3-2 to Cooper. Right, Cooper Thompson was looking for a ball, and I almost called a ball. But a strikeout instead.
Now batting for the Lions, number 12, Lucas Vogel.
So one out. One runner on first. And Spencer Davidson goes for a steal. There's an overthrow. He's going to move to third on the error. So Davidson in scoring position at third. High, ball three. Counts 3-0. Gayton Heald's on deck. K. Thomas in the hole. Vogel's walked.
Now batting for the Lions, number 23, Gayton Heald.
Sixth walk of the day so far on O'Hare. Gayton Heald coming up. Runners at the corners, first and third. One out. Vogel steals second. Heald smacks that out into center field, falls for a hit. That's going to score Davidson. Vogel will stay at third. Heald at second with the double. And an RBI for him. Davidson gets his second run of the game. Makes it 9-0 Minneapolis. K. Thomas up. He hits that way out in the right, and that falls for a hit. So that's going to get him 2 RBIs. Stand-up double. Vogel and Heald score.
Now batting for the Lions, number 8, Daniel Watson.
Third RBI of the game for Heald, or for Thomas, excuse me. First run for Vogel, second for Heald. It's 11-1 or 11-0 Minneapolis here, top of the second. Daniel Watson up for Minneapolis. He had a hit, 2 RBIs, and scored a run last time through. We've got one runner at second, and K. Thomas. Three and one the count here. Swung on and hit out into right field. The right fielder makes the play. Retires Watson. Thomas moves on to third. 2 down. We're going to have a pitching change, it looks like, for Lincoln. It's a pitch count of 59 total for O'Hare. Looks like our new pitcher is number 14, Ewell. He played first base in the first game. Did not start this game. So it's 11-0 at the pitcher change here. Minneapolis in the lead with 2 outs here at the top of the second. Cade Thomas is at third in scoring position. Coming up to bat, third time through, is Trent Meckel. He's had 1 hit and 1 RBI, has scored 2 runs. He's been on with a walk once.
Number 11, Trent Meckel.
Strike is thrown. 0-1 the count. Gets to the pitcher. Cade Thomas is safe on that hit. They didn't quite make the connection. The pitcher picked up almost a bunt, though it wasn't a bunt. Throws it to the catcher.
Now batting for the Lions, number 10, Nolan.
So Cade
White.
Thomas scores. Trent Meckel gets another hit, another single, and his second RBI. 12-0 Minneapolis. 2 outs here. Nolan White up. He's had 1 hit, scored a run, has been on with a walk. He's got hit again, he's on with another walk.
Now batting for the Lions, number 1, Caden Griffin.
Caden Griffin up, Spencer Davidson on deck. So 2 outs for Minneapolis. A run at first. And second. Meckel's in scoring range at second. Ball 2, the count 2-0 to Griffin. swing and fouled over to the left. Would be interesting to see a double steal with both these speedsters on base. Griffin fouls that over to the right. Spencer Davidson is on deck. High and outside. 3-2, full count here to Griffin. The 3-2 pitch, inside swung, gets to the third baseman, he drops it. So the base is loaded on an error. A hit for Griffin on an error.
Now batting for the Lions.
Actually, he probably would have had a hit no matter what.
Davidson.
Would have been a force out at third. So the base is loaded for Spencer Davidson. He's had 2 hits, 1 RBI, and scored 2 runs. He cleared defense with a homer last time. Outside ball 1. We have 2 outs. Scores 12-0 Minneapolis. Bases loaded. Top of the second. A loose ball somehow got into the field of play out there. Stopped the proceedings. He smacks that out into the right. And right fielder can't make the play. Scores Meckel, scores White, scores Griffin. And a stand-up double. 3 RBI stand-up double for Davidson.
Cooper Thompson.
His 4th RBI of the day. Makes it 15-0 Minneapolis. Cooper Thompson up. Thompson smacks that out into right. Falls for a hit. That's going to score Vogel and Davidson. Thompson is on with a single. 2 RBI single.
Now batting for the Lions, number 12, Lucas Vogel.
Excuse me, we only had 1 runner on, so it's 16-0. Now we have 1 runner on and Cooper Thompson at first. Vogel's up to bat. Foul tip. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. Out of the starters, Vogel's the only one that hasn't had a hit yet today, but he's been on with a walk. An RBI, scored a run. Tags that, gets it to shortstop, forces Thompson out at third, and the inning is over. So Minneapolis strands none, but scores 8 runs in the second to make it 16-0. And if I understand the rules correctly, if we can get another scoreless inning, we're run ruled here. Huh? Could they do it after 2? No. Okay. After 3. So I did not understand the rules correctly.
Now batting for the Leopards, number 27, Jesse Spears.
Have to go 3 innings. Up to bat Spear for Lincoln. Strike 2. 0-2 the count. Strike 3. I tag him out on the dropped ball. So second strikeout for Vogel. He's had no walks. Had just 18 pitches in the first inning. Up is Uhl right now, the relief pitcher. One and one the count. Gets that to second. Meckel gets it and throws him out of first. He had to fumble it around a little bit, but gain control.
Number 23, Connor O'Hare.
And throws Uhl out. O'Hare, the starting pitcher, is up. Pop up here. Shortstop gets under it. Makes the grab. That's Cooper Thompson. Yep. So a pitch count of just 7 for Lucas Vogel in the second inning. 25 total here in the game so far for him. As we go to the top of the third. Uhl will continue pitching for Lincoln. Up for Minneapolis should be Gaten Heald. No. '21. Who's 21? Oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't recognize my writing here. My scribbles, my erases. Morgan is his name? Logan Elliott. Playing third base today.
Now batting for the Lions, number 21, Logan Elliott.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. So the 0-2 count to Logan coming up. He connects with that. Third baseman picks it up, and he's on base with an error, an overthrow error, and will hold at second.
Now batting for the Lions, number 16, Cade Thomas.
Cade Thomas up. High, inside, ball 1. So Elliott is on second. That overthrow. Outside, ball 2. Inside, ball 3. Cade has had a hit so far, 3 RBIs, and scored 1 run. Strike there, 3-1 the count. I couldn't tell if that hit him or not. It's a walk for sure.
Now batting for the Lions, number 8, Daniel
So
Watson.
runners at first and second for Minneapolis. No outs. Daniel Watson up. He's had a hit, 2 RBIs, and scored a run. He got hit. Crew Martin is up to bat. Bases loaded. No outs.
Now batting for the Lions, number 5, Crew Martin.
Ball on the first pitch. On deck is 31, Rice. Inside, and a strike is called. Two and one the count. Swinging, he's hit it. Shortstop or second baseman sticks it. Force out at second. Martin safe at first. Scores Thomas. So Watson out. The base out run.
Now batting for the Lions,
Martin
number
with the
31,
hit.
Colby Rice.
Cade Thomas with a run. It's 18-0 Minneapolis. Colby Rice at bat. He pops that up. Third baseman's coming in. Catcher's coming in, actually, makes the grab. Second out of the
Now
inning
batting
for
the lines,
Minneapolis.
number 1, Caden Griffin.
And we have a runner on first with Crew Martin. Caden Griffin up for Minneapolis. Fouled. On deck is Atkinson. Strike one. Or strike two, excuse me. 0-2 the count. Fair, third baseman. They call it foul.
Now batting
Nope.
for the lines, number 19, Jacob Atkinson.
A hit for Griffin. The runner holds at second. So first and second. What's Mr. Atkinson's first name? Cade? Jacob. Ball on the first pitch, counts 1-0, 2 outs. Outside, but a strike. It's 1-1. Runners are first and second. It's 18-0 Minneapolis in the top of the third. Swings and hits that into the outfield at rolls up towards the fence, scores Martin and Griffin.
Now batting for the Lions, number 14, Cooper Thompson.
So a stand-up double for Atkinson and 2 RBIs. Cooper Thompson up to bat. It's now 20-0 Minneapolis. He hits that. Second baseman garners it and throws Thompson out at first. So Minneapolis strands 2, top of the third. Scores 4 to make it 20-0. As Lincoln will come to bat. And if we are ahead by 15 runs, at least, after this bottom of the half, we will win the game by run rule. Longtime supporter and proud sponsor of the Minneapolis Lions, Scott Osherman with the Scott Osherman Agency, your American Family Insurance agent. Offices in Minneapolis and Belleville. You can reach Scott at 785-392-3111. .38 pitches by Uhl in relief for the Leopards.
Now batting for the Leopards, number 2, Brady Zuzik.
Braden Zuzik up to bat. For Lincoln. Swing and a miss. The 0-1 pitch. A little low. 1-1 the count. Might have been outside, but a swing and a miss. 1-2 the count now. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on. Hits it out in the left field. Falls for a hit. So Zuzik gets the second hit of the game for
Now batting for the Leopards.
the Leopards.
Alex Hernandez.
Briggs had a double in the first inning. Hernandez, center fielder, is up for Lincoln. Swing and a miss. Biggs, shortstop, is on deck. Second time through the order. One and one the count here. Foul tip. Crew Martin is the catcher right now. Or excuse me, Colby Rice, the catcher right now. We've had several substitutions. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Vogel.
Now batting for the Leopards, number 10, Drew Biggs.
Second time through the order for the Leopards. Biggs, shortstop up. Cooper, the catcher on second, is on deck. No, 17. Cooper, the catcher, is on deck. Inside, high. Ball 2, 2-0. Ball 3, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch, strike one. And a walk for Cooper.
Now batting for the Leopards, number 17, Dalton Cooper.
Well, I had that all messed up. First walk of the day surrendered by Vogel. See, that was Biggs. So we have runners at first and second for Lincoln. Cooper is now at the bat. Strike. 2-1 the count with one out. Swing on. Just gets by Meckel, or the second baseman is Martin. So the Leopards have the bases loaded. We have a rundown. We tried to have a rundown. We missed him. So an error from Minneapolis. A hit for Cooper.
Now batting for the Leopards, number 6, Zach Obermuller.
Obermuller up with one out, bases loaded for the Leopards. Obermuller is playing second this game. Tags that foul down the left field line. Is that real fair? It's real fair. Scores Zuzix and Biggs.
Now batting for the Leopards, number 5, Hunter Meyer.
Obermuller with the hit. A double. Makes it 20-2. Meyer is up to bat. Had a fly out the last time through. One down here. Runners at first and second for Lincoln. Meyer hits that foul. One and two the count with one out. Pitch is outside. Evens the count at 2-2. Crop dusters are at it. Taps that foul over the left field line. 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Got him looking. Strike three. Fourth strikeout for Vogel. Up a Spear. Ball one. Spear struck out first time through. Ball two. Runners at first and second. Two outs. 20-2 the score here in the bottom of the third. High, ball three. Called strike on the outside corner. 3-1. Strike two. So the game could be down to one pitch here. 3-2 the count. Pop up foul to the right. Tags that to third base. Oh, an overthrow at first. That's going to score two runners. 17. Oh, they caught Obermuller for the third out. Which should end the game. So 20-3, your final score here in three. Winning pitcher, Lucas Vogel, with a pitch count of 57 overall. In 3 innings of work, he had 4 strikeouts, 1 walk, surrendered 5 hits. I don't know that I can call a play of the game here today. We'll look who the player of the game, sponsored by Citizen State Bank and Trust, for the second game today is going to go to Spencer Davidson. 3 hits, 4 RBIs, scored 3 runs. So for the day, he ended up having 6 hits, 7 RBIs, scoring 7 runs. So congratulations, Spencer Davidson. Congratulations, your Minneapolis Lions. They go 14-3 on the season here. First time again that Minneapolis has won more than 12 games in their 13-year history of baseball. We will be here for a doubleheader against the Republic County Buffaloes this coming Friday, if the weather lets us. Your leading Minneapolis Lions are continue on with a very successful season. Thanks as always for listening, and have us in your home and on your mobile devices here at CityLinkTV.com, Minneapolis, and tape delayed Eagle Communications Channel 20. Dale Leach signing off. Good night, folks.